Continuing on our quest for our wild mustards, we have one right here which is growing up right in our yard. This is another member of the mustard family, and this is black mustard. You'll notice, if you can see it from there, that the lobes, or the edges of these leaves, are actually much more pointed instead of having round lobes like the wintercress does. Also, it's fuzzy. It's got little hairs on the leaves, but it's still very, very good. And it's starting to flower here. It's bolting pretty quickly. And we have the classic, really small but four-petaled yellow flowers. I don't see any seed pods yet, but there's several more flowers that are getting ready to burst. Very good. Compared to field mustard, this is a little sharper tasting, but compared to wintercress, this is much milder than wintercress. Wintercress is very strong, but also very good. Wonderful. Let's see if we can't find a few more today. Hey, we're back again, and this is part 3 of our wild spring mustards, wild wanderings. And just to do a little garlic mustard update here, we covered this in episode 2, or part 2, which you can watch. But I wanted to show you that what it looked like when it was more in flower. You can see it does indeed exhibit the classic four-petaled white flower for this one, yellow for the other ones. And the leaves are really important to look at, just so you positively ID this. Notice how these leaves are very pointed and kind of deeply serrated. On the ground here, we have a whole crop of really young, tender ones coming up, and they're much more rounded. So this is just a classic example of how leaves can change on a plant as it grows. And we have to be keyed in on that, because if we're always thinking that garlic mustard has round leaves, and of course the predominant vein on the bottom of the leaf, we would not feel comfortable identifying it at this stage because it's different than how we learned it. So make sure that you're learning these kinds of plants in all the seasons so you can identify them every time. Young one, very good. This one's going to be strong. Wonderful. Hey folks, we're back again, and guess what we found? Another wild mustard. This right here is a really interesting plant. This is one of our pepper grasses, and it's pretty pungent. A few of these guys have some of the seed pods on them. Here's one. Break this off. A little bit hard to see, but these little pods here, if I key this out, it would identify which particular one this is. I believe this is referred to as poor man's pepper, but it's one of the pepper grasses. Seed pods are quite nice, and we should be able to pluck off this whole top. Oh yeah, that's got really good flavor to it. There's almost a little sweetness at the end, kind of like a little bittersweet, I guess you could call it, but quite nice. So what I would do is I would eat the leaves and the flower tops, and possibly right where this plant bends, right? People refer to this as the easy bend zone, and so in my opinion, anything up from here up is fair game too. So I would throw these in the salad, or put this into a stir fry, soup stews, whatever you want to do. Great taste. Now to balance this out, I am literally sitting next to a sea of chickweed. And chickweed is a really mild but nutritious spring and fall green. It likes the cool temperatures. That really cuts the taste of the pepper grass really well too. So it's really unusual. I shouldn't say unusual. It's really kind of cool that we see many wild plants growing together, so we don't have to go all that far to collect them. We got pepper grass here, chickweed here, And hiding in here too is another wild edible plant called cleavers, which is known for its medicinal properties as well. Cleavers has kind of little sticky hairs on it, so we want to chew this up really good, or better yet, juice this plant. This is a really, really lovely and healthy, nutritious plant. If you're going to eat it raw, though, you should chew it up really good. Mild, but excellent. So this concludes part 3 of our spring cleaning with wild greens, our Wild Wanderings series. Stay tuned for more videos. We've been filming a lot of stuff lately, not just on plants, but on some survival skills as well, good outdoor skills. So stay tuned, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. See you next time.